really?
He basically likes Africa more.
Oh.
And I'm comparing the US and Europe, and I like Europe more. You
Really?
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
to actually live, enjoy your life more, not be stressed out if you're going to be safe, and, healthcare and all that stuff. We got, I always say that, and like some of my friends like, oh yeah, you talking shit about US? Yes, I'm talking shit about the healthcare, the food, it's different here,
Yeah.
It's all about money. It's all about money. In Czech, when you have healthcare and you pay your insurance, something happens to you, they take care of you and they pay you too. You know what I mean? Like, they actually take care of you. The healthcare is good. We got good doctors. Czech Republic, actually, Brno, the city where I'm from, we have one of the best medical schools in the world.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of people go there. A lot of people from Africa, even from the US, from England, like all over the world, they come there and they study, like India. A lot of people, like I know a lot of foreigners from that medical school. That's where I made my black friends.
Oh, I got to go to a medical foreign school. That's where I met the black people. Everyone know, right?
Hey, but that was basically.
I found this place, had all these foreign people, and they're black. He probably went home. Mama, what's going on, son? I found this place. There's black people there.
Oh shit! No, but yeah. It was crazy because like when I was younger, right, I didn't really know black people. I didn't see a lot of black people around. And if I saw, I was like, oh damn, like somebody closer to me, like different, somebody different like me. You know what I mean? So when I was 18. Mm-hmm. Around that time, I met my Czech and Jamaican friend, right?
Yeah.
She was Czech and Jamaican too, and then she invited me to this mixed and black, meet and greet. Mm. So it was a lot, mixed people and black people from Czech and Czech and Slovakia. Oh. Before it was Czechoslovakia. People say Czechoslovakia is Czech and Slovakia now. Oh, it basically got separated 1993, January 1st, 1993.
You know what? I think I did know that. They were at Civil War or something. They had a war.
No, we didn't have a Civil War. No, we were occupied. We were occupied by. We're occupied by Russia after war. After war, we were occupied by Russia, and they came to 1968, and they left. I mean, we kind of kicked them out, finally, 1989.
Yeah, I do remember it used to be called Czechoslovakia. That's true.
So basically, after we got kind of free of Russia, 1993, we got separated from Slovakia, and now it's like.
So you're Czech and there's Slovakia.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, do y'all still speak the same language?
Similar, really similar. Yeah. They have like different words for different stuff. Yeah, but it's really similar.
You're not gonna go over there and not know what's going on.
Oh yeah, I'm cool there. Yeah. we traveled there a lot before when I was a kid. Yeah.
So when you went to the meet and greet, were you like, "What up, brothers"?
Hey, it was
your first time, right? Basically,
it was
right?
Crazy. It was crazy because, I was excited to finally meet, other black people, mixed and black people.
It sounds crazy, but it
sounds crazy, but like
you
for
had
me,
never met.
Because like over here in the U.S., some people might know it from different states, different states, they have different. But Czech is mostly white, so it's like for me, I was like, yes, finally, finally. Like I was hyped. I was hyped. I was excited. I don't know if I was nervous, but before that, I met this other girl, and she was black, and so I invited her there with me. Oh. So we went there together. But that night, I met my ex now, but like I found my girlfriend there. So the girl who I went there with, I didn't, and like I was not with her. I met this other girl. Wow. And like she was cool.
Yeah, so you're just like, wow, black people.
Yeah, she was lighter than me though, but like it was just that I knew that she's half black, and we got similar
similar
stuff.
Yeah.
But
I'll tell you a crazy one. You know how you said you wanted to find your siblings?
Mm-hmm.
So I found mine like that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so I did a ancestry test. So growing up, I was always told that I was mixed. I was told that. And but I never believed it. I would look at
You never believed it?
Because I would like because he wasn't around a lot, so I didn't, kind of lost how he looked and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I just never believed it. And I would tell my mom, I would say, when you're little and you don't know your dad, you probably did this. I would say, what's my dad look like? I would say, Mom, what's my dad look like? And she would say, go look in the mirror. She would always tell me that. And I'd be like, what the fuck does that mean? You know?
Uh-huh.
So years later, I take this DNA test, and then it comes back. And, like I said, I always knew I was mixed, but I would look at myself, and then, like, all black people would tell me, you ain't black, you know what I mean? Like everything we talked about earlier, I dealt with. And so I just had all these doubts in my head, and I didn't know if this guy who my mom says is my dad is even my dad, right?
Yeah.
So I pull up I get my results, and I'm reading it, and I'm like, it's like, I'm Spaniard, Nigerian, Congo, like almost every 5 African countries, like
that's crazy.
Mexico, indigenous, like Egan, how long is my list? It's like this long, you know what I mean?
Man, you're a mixture. You're a
mixture. I am a mixture. Like, and so I had some European. Yeah, it was a big mixture.
That's crazy.
And I went, holy shit, I guess she was not lying to me. You know what I mean? So then I started looking at all these Williams. I'm like, who the hell is Williams, you know? And so my dad's last name was Tinsley.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm seeing all these Williams. I'm like, who the hell are all these Williams? And so I said, I'm going to message one. It says, I messaged one. I said, I just did this DNA test. It says we're related. I'm just trying to figure out how. And he messaged me back, man. No, he doesn't message me back. Maybe 10 minutes later, my phone starts ringing. And I'm like, it's a Georgia number. And I'm like, this is so weird. I'm like telling my wife, like, yo, I'm freaking out. Yo, first I'm 10.
So how old were you when you found out?
Dude, 39.
39? How old?
38. 42, like 2 or 3 years ago this happened.
Oh, damn.
This just happened.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Maybe 4 years. It just happened.
Yeah.
It just happened. And so I'm like, I messaged him. So first, like I said, I've been doubting my whole life that I was biracial, even though I was told I was because the way I look. And I was so much racism and hate and growing up, and I just doubted it. And then so I get there, I'm like, damn, I'm more than biracial. I'm 100 races, you know. And then so I'm like, holy crap. And then I see all these Williams. I message one, 10 minutes, my phone starts ringing, and I'm like, yo, someone's calling me for Georgia. I tell my wife, and she's like, answer it. And I'm like, I don't know, this is weird. So I answer it, and I go, hello, and she goes, may I talk to Christopher? And so one thing is, the only people in my family call me Christopher. Only people who know me call me, like as a baby, call me Christopher. No one else calls me Christopher. So she goes, can I talk to Christopher? And I was like, Christopher, like who the hell is asking for, you know? So I was like, yes, is speaking. And she says, I've been waiting over 20 years to hear your voice.
Who was that?
And I was like, what? And I go, well, who is this? And she goes, I'm your aunt. I'm your dad's sister. She said, I've been looking for you for 20 years. And I went, what? And I was like, okay. And I was like, well, I did this test, and she said, you messaged my son. When you messaged my son, he messaged me. And now I'm calling you because we couldn't find you. Because, see, back in those days, they didn't want biracial. They didn't want biracial. That was like looked down against. And when I was born, my father was held in the lobby. and he wasn't able to. They wouldn't let him up into the office to see me, and my mom ended up just giving me her last name. So her last name at the time was Rodriguez. So that's how I got the last name Rodriguez. I don't have no Rodriguez blood in me at all.
Yeah.
It was her she was married previous to me. So that's how she got the last name Rodriguez, from her previous husband.
Oh, okay. So it's not even your...
Not even, so since they wouldn't let him up and they wouldn't let him sign the birth certificate, they were just being real racist. She ended up giving me, they told her, hey, you got to sign this, whatever. They ended up just giving me her last name. So my family were looking for Tinsley. So they knew my name was Christopher, but they didn't know my last name was Rodriguez. This whole time, they thought my last name was Tinsley. So for them been looking for Tinsley, Christopher Tinsley, who it's not me. Yeah. So anyways, she says, I've been looking for you for 20 years, da-da-da. And I was like, wow, I was freaked out. And then I was like, so turns out my dad had been dead for a while. He died when I was 16. And so that was kind of a bummer to hear. But so I was like, send me a picture. I don't even remember what he looks like. So he sends me a picture. She sends me a picture. And it's a picture of him like in the 70s. And so I opened up my phone, and this is the first time. This probably might happen to you. This is the first time that I've ever seen. I'm almost in my 40s at the time, And I open up this picture, man, and I look, and Egan sees my dad before, and it's me in the 70s, which takes me back to the beginning when I was little, and I used to tell my mom what does my dad look like, and she would tell me, go look in the mirror. It's because me and him are look identical. So like when I seen that picture, it was me in the 70s. He looked just like me, except for he had curly hair, and he was in the 70s. But it was identical. Like me and him could pass for twins.
Damn.
So it was just so weird because like I don't know where I look.
So you just more light skinned?
I'm just more light skinned to him. Damn. So then I looked and I'm like, oh crap, like we're actually like almost the same complexion. He's light skinned, but so I'm like, oh crap, like there's me in the 70s. So it went back to me. I automatically thought about my mom telling me to go look in the mirror. That's why she was telling me, because we look exactly the same.
That's crazy though.
Yeah. So I actually went and visit them. So I gotta go visit them. I gotta meet them. So I went to visit them. And I'm going to start going every summer. So I went in the summer to see them. And when I opened up the door and she saw me, she instantly started bawling.
Yeah. Because
she said it was like seeing her brother again.
Yeah, damn, that's crazy though.
That's a crazy story though, isn't it?
Yeah,
not to get too much off of your topic.
No, that's...
That's insane, right?
Yeah, that's insane.
Do you remember when that happened, Egan? Yeah, that was crazy. I should have recorded that, right? But yeah, that would have been crazy. But so after you go into military school, you start cutting hair. How do you end up back in America?
So I remember when I was like, ever since I was like, what? In second, third grade. I remember telling my best friend, because we were best friends since basically like second grade. I remember telling him that I'm gonna go back to the U.S. I'm gonna go back to the U.S. And I always wanted to go back to the U.S. I don't know. I just liked because we lived in West Palm Beach, so it was warm.
Yeah,
looked nice.